Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to explore a crucial topic in European politics, the expansion of the European Union and the criteria for new member states. As of 2024, the European Union consists of 27 member states, but the EU has always been an evolving project. In fact, many countries are still waiting for their chance to join this powerful economic and political union. But what does it take to become a member of the EU? What criteria must a country meet, and why have some nations like Turkey been waiting for decades without membership? So let's dive in. First, let's look at the basic requirements a country must meet to join the European Union. These are known as the Copenhagen criteria established in 1993, and there are three main pillars to these criteria. The first is political stability. A country must have stable institutions that guarantee democracy, the rule of law, human rights, and respect for and protection of minorities. In other words, the EU will not accept a country that doesn't uphold democratic values. The second criterion is a functioning market economy. The prospective country must have a competitive, functioning market economy that can cope with market forces within the EU. And this includes the ability to compete with other economies within the single market. And finally, the third criterion is the ability to take on the obligations of EU membership, because there are a lot of those. This means adhering to the aims of the political, economic and monetary union. In simple terms, the country must be able to adopt and enforce EU laws, known as the acquis communautaire. And now that we understand those basic criteria, let's discuss why some countries are still waiting for membership. And take Turkey, for example. Turkey has been an official candidate for EU membership since 1999. It started negotiations in 2005, but since then progress has been incredibly slow. And why? One reason is Turkey's human rights record. The EU has expressed concerns over the state of democracy, freedom of expression, and judicial independence in Turkey. Additionally, there's the issue of Cyprus. Turkey does not recognize the Republic of Cyprus, which is an EU member state, and this creates a significant diplomatic hurdle. And economic factors also play a role, as Turkey's economy has faced instability, particularly in recent years. So, despite making progress in some areas, Turkey's path to EU membership remains blocked. And now let's turn to the Western Balkans. The Western Balkans are a key focus area for EU enlargement. Countries like Albania, North Macedonia, Montenegro, Serbia, Kosovo, and Bosnia and Herzegovina are all at various stages of the accession process. The EU's interest in the Western Balkans stems from a desire to promote stability and security in the region. After the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s, the EU became committed to integrating the region to prevent future conflicts. But once again, progress has been slow. For instance, Serbia began its negotiations with the EU in 2014, but its accession has been complicated by its relations with Kosovo. Kosovo declared independence from Serbia in 2008, but Serbia has not recognized this. And this is a sensitive issue for the EU, as 5 member states also do not recognize Kosovo's independence. And another example is North Macedonia. North Macedonia had a long-standing dispute with Greece over its name, which delayed its EU aspirations. That issue was finally resolved in 2018 with a Prespa agreement, where the country changed its name from Macedonia to North Macedonia. And this allowed North Macedonia to start the accession process. However, the country has faced additional hurdles, including objections from Bulgaria over historical and linguistic disputes. Despite these setbacks, the EU remains committed to the region's eventual membership. But why is enlargement such a slow process? One reason is that the EU wants to ensure that new members are fully prepared. The EU has learned from past experiences, such as the rapid enlargement in 2004, when 10 countries joined at once. While this expansion was largely successful, it also revealed challenges, particularly in terms of economic disparities between member states. As a result, the EU is now more cautious and places greater emphasis on reforms before countries can join. And another factor is internal politics within the EU. Some member states are more hesitant about further enlargement due to concerns over migration, security, and the potential for new members to destabilize the Union. Countries like France and the Netherlands, for example, have been more cautious about admitting new members, particularly from the Western Balkans. In contrast, countries like Germany and Austria have been more supportive, especially when it comes to the Western Balkans, given their historical and economic ties to the region. But there's no doubt that enlargement is a strategic priority for the EU. It's about more than just increasing the number of member states. It's also about promoting peace, stability, and prosperity across Europe. By bringing new members into the fold, the EU can extend its influence and values. It can help promote democracy, human rights, and economic development in neighboring regions. So, what's next for EU enlargement? For the Western Balkans, the EU has reiterated its commitment to eventually admitting these countries. But progress will depend on how quickly they can meet the criteria and resolve outstanding issues. For Turkey, the situation is more complex, and unless there are significant changes in the political landscape, it seems unlikely that membership will happen anytime soon. And ultimately, the EU's expansion is not just about geography. It's about shared values and common goals. And as the world becomes more interconnected, the EU's role in fostering cooperation and stability becomes even more important. And as the EU continues to evolve, so too will its approach to enlargement. So thank you for watching, and I hope this video has helped you understand the EU's expansion process and the criteria for new members. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on European affairs. See you next time, and the next video is right here in the end screen.